speak about the Foxtrot. I hope you had missed us for the long time, and finally we're here. And I would like to say first of all one big thanks for our students, Dmitry Yerofeyev and Polina Yerosh, because they are helping to us to make this video. We had the problem with this. What is the name of this stuff? You know, when you put the camera, so it's destroyed. So now today is a live video from one of our students. I hope his hands will not die in that. So the topic is the Foxtrot. And as you understand, we choose the idea that in every dance we are speaking about the general mistakes which we can see in our days on the competition. Okay, competition we didn't see for 1 year, but still I think you understand what I mean. And I would like to say that not a long time ago there was the Russian Championship national, and there was amazing idea of our federation. Honestly, I'm a bit proud of it, that the rule in youth, in under 21 and in the amateur, from the semi-final there was a dance presentation, 1 minute basic Foxtrot. And so you can use only the basic figures, like really basic C class, I don't know, bronze, yes, like a bronze level, and just really full basic for 1 minute. And it was so cool, so amazing, because first of all I think we are losing the dance a bit, and it's too many quicks in the Foxtrot, not enough slows, and when the couples show their ability to be full in the slow action, and the music was very slow. Honestly, the music they put almost rumba, because it was 25 bars in the minute, not 28 or 29 like it's usually on the competition. The rumba is 24, so it's more close to the rumba, and so it was so visible who is able to dance good the basic steps, who really can control, and who are not. So
and actually only the basics shows really the level of the couple, and we could definitely see how high the level of the couple was, so it was really very helpful. And now we would like to speak about Foxtrot. What, according to our point of view, are the main things which could really help you to improve your level of the dancing? Because sometimes what we can see during your performance, during your dancing, your steps is not really what you can. For example, me and Dima, we also started not immediately with the highest level of our Foxtrot, and honestly we didn't know how to manage this Foxtrot fluid movement. And for example, we felt much better slow waltz, and of course we were trying on the practice to do our best to improve our basics in Foxtrot, to improve the basics movement, but we couldn't do it immediately. And in the waltz we felt this up and down swing action, and we really could do it very well, and we cheated.
Yeah, honestly,
we cheated.
We did.
So on the...
It was a bit secret, it's not good to tell this to the judges, but now we're already done. We get it, so we can say
it's the way
something.
of the movement, and for the competition we chose the steps which are similar to the slow waltz, and actually the full package looked very good. But in the end we still were improving our ability to dance real Foxtrot. And what we could advise to especially the young generation, that okay, for the competition to show their best quality, because if you cannot do basic very well and you do it on the competition, it will kill you for sure. So you have to perform with your best qualities, but you still have to improve the basic principles in the practice hall, so that in few years maybe finally you could perform with your fabulous basics.
My personal opinion that on the competition we can see 3 different kind of couples who do the basic Foxtrot. So one of them is the beginners, because the rule don't tell them to do something else. So the rules are really strict to, you have to dance basic steps. Top level couples, like really top, who could manage this one, and as Olga said, when we were not so high level, we didn't do. And the third kind is suicide people, which would like to die because they still cannot perform on a high level and they look very bad. But it does not mean that they don't need to practice, as already said. How long does it take for us to practice the basic before we show this on the competition?
Few years, I think.
Few years for sure. Like I mean, we practice all the year, all the life these basic steps, but fully to prepare for the comp every day to practice lessons and everything, I think a few years. And many people saying, many teachers, famous teachers saying that this is the most of the difficult steps in the ballroom dancing. And honestly, with my experience, I can say that they're right. This is true. So now we start about the general problems in the Foxtrot that we can see. First of all, the people again shaking with the head too much. So the head is out of the base, is out of the balance, and it's really affects on the movement.
Can I ask you, Dima, now to dance the basic step in Foxtrot, feather step, reverse turn, feather finish, and 3 step without steps, please?
So it's okay.
So now we will try to show you, yes, that we can do a lot of stuff with our body without putting away our head weight from our foot. And in this case, we can maintain vertical with our spine. And if afterwards we will add the step, we will add the correct mechanic of the down part, our spine will move in a very smooth way.
This is how the pressure comes. Can you give me the music? So maybe for me it's a little bit easier to do. Oh my God, she put me in the stress. Yeah, because usually the plan of the lecture is I'm speaking and she is smiling. Today she said I will speak and then I will dance, as I understand. In which direction I have to stay? Like this? I try my best. So, can you come here? Can you come here? Yeah, you can switch off the music. So, now I didn't use so much amplitude because I didn't use so much the legs, but still if we do together with Olga, I just will stay almost between 2 feet. Now, if I do feather step, reverse turn, feather finish, and 3 step, still I try to feel my head inside of the base. So I'm not shaking out. Like I feel myself in the tunnel. So I'm in the tunnel, under the head everything is working, but not together with the head.
So in a Foxtrot, it's very important to, okay, in each dance it's very important, but here is extremely important to separate 2 centers and to work a lot with the second center in the rotation and in the sway dimension. Because normally, of course, we use the technical sway in the Foxtrot as well. All the movements we start, number 3, 4, we start from changing in the down part. But we never follow together with the body. The second center continue to create bigger amplitude separate from the down part. That is why now when Diva showed you without the steps, we could see the amplitude which he created in the part of his shoulder blade. Shoulder blade, of course, connected with the shoulders, and then the arms are following. So it's never happened only with the arms, or like this. So everything starts from the line of your shoulder blades and continue into your sides of the body.
Yeah. And what is happening usually when the people start to use the legs, they have 2 choices, what I see. They block the body. So on the spot without the steps, it's easy to feel like the body goes around the spine, like the meat. You know shashlik? It's a Russian, you know, kebab? No, it's like, I think you know what's shashlik. It's meat around the stick, yeah, exactly. So that's what I feel when I move. So The stick is the spine, which is very vertical, and the body rotating around. Also, I can make a sway. Still, it's starting from the base and continue to the top line. And so what is happening many times, I can see that the people start to move a lot with the legs and they block the body. So become a little bit stiff in the upper part. Another one is like they try to be flexible, but they are losing the verticality. So start to rolling too much. So not to make it happen, we have to understand that we have the first center, which is for the movement, and the second center, which is for the design. And the first center is not active too much in the sway action. Of course, I'm using in the end of number one, if I do the feather step, I'm using the technical sway, but the idea is not to continue immediately. Otherwise, I'm going out. So I think in this direction is a little better to show. So if I move in my first step, after, of course, I design my base to change the sway, but after, when I move into the number three, second step, number three, I'm not continuing with the same idea what I did after the first step. From here, I start to activate the body to find my best balance on the left foot, when my left side, left shoulder, left hip and left foot is in one line. So in this case, it can be balanced. So if I continue to use too much technical sway, it will kill me and will kill my movement. So the idea is always to keep the same schedule. Swing, rotation, swing. So always when I move, I start from the swing action, I'm turning around my base, my spine, and then I make the sway in the end. So if I try first sway, and then turn, maybe it collapses me. So I always try to feel that this is like a schedule. Swing, turn, sway.
And what is also very important, that the sway, which we use in the end of number 3, 4, is calling us to move to the next step. So this kind of sway never should stop us and never should reduce our energy, but it should help us opposite, to continue to move the body weight, because the main priority of the Foxtrot is never stop the metronomic swing action. So in this case, even if we produce the sway action in the end, is never to reduce the energy, to stop the body. It's always to go slightly out of the foot and to produce this maintaining of the body weight movement. Me, like a lady, what I'm trying to use during, for example, feather step, I'm using the rotation, but I'm not using a lot of sway action, because if I start to sway a lot, for example, okay, I'm showing in this direction, so I'm creating the rotation, and after, if I'm swaying a lot and the partner tries to move, I will never catch with my body weight his amplitude of the movement. So in this case, I'm trying to rotate in the first step, and after I continue to create the rotation to support with my weight on the right side the movement of the swing of the body of the partner. So many times in the feather step, and especially feather finish, the ladies creating these kind of difficulties for the partner when they continue to sway. For example, if we dance, I think facing the camera like this, feather finish, and I'm doing sway, so Dima trying to create sway in the direction of his movement, and I'm also creating the sway. In this case, for him, it's very difficult to reach his left foot. And if we try one more time, and I'm continuing to rotate, in this case, it's more possible for Dima to pass to the left foot.
Yeah, immediately I feel that her body weight is helping me to move, so she's in front of me. This is like, it was not the fight, but discussion, strong discussion between me and Olga. one part of our career, I always complain to Olga that she is not enough in my hand. And when she was there, I was, yeah, finally you are there. But after, when I improved my also moving on my second center in the space, I start to feel that she don't move. So I start to ask her opposite stuff. I said, no, I don't want to feel you too much behind. I want that you move. And this is like you have to find the balance between. And now, what I always ask in Olga that she has to change the base together with me, but after continue to move in front of me. Immediately I feel that the structure is perfect between me and Olga. Another thing, it's clear. Yeah, it's clear. So the main idea is when we create the technical sway after, don't continue to create the technical sway, no matter what, man or the lady. We have to continue after to use the continuous way of the upper part to move ourselves out of the balance for number 4. So I don't feel myself perfectly in the balance, like I stop, like in the natural chair, when I collect the feet and I feel myself balanced. As you remember our first lecture about the walls, we are asking you like a vertical rise after number 1, number 2 is like a vertical rise, and on the after you have to change. Not to change immediately from one shape to another one. Here is the same idea. We don't need to do the same stuff. We have to move, but after I don't feel that I'm moving only up, I'm moving into the space forward. So I don't feel myself like stuck in the space.
And to feel your body free, you should activate the area of your shoulder blades to make it more visible and to make also for yourself, to create for yourself the feeling that you are working with the body, that okay, I'm starting with the down part, then I'm stretched the side, okay, but how can I do more? You have to separate this part. So in this case, you will feel how this part of the body is working separately from your spine. As soon as you try to keep the body too much settled, like one piece, you can stretch a little bit one side, but without breathing out from another one, you will never feel this area of your body like free and working not separately, but of course in the coordination, but in a more free way.
Yes. Another secret which I would like to give you that when you do the rise, never goes forward or backward. It's always to the side. So when I go down, I can choose every direction of my movement. But when I go up, I never try to move forward because it's happening in this way. So when I start in 3-4, I feel that it's always the movement like a small zigzag in my action, in my feather step. It's going there, and then the energy going there. So if I go behind you, don't look my butt, but still, it's going 1, 2, and then it's not in this way, it's the energy which is coming a little bit to the side, not to have the problem with the body weight backward. So every time I can see the couples which is moving like a feather step, they are very active in the drive action, and then they are stuck. They are moving back. But they are moving back because the legs is moving forward, because they do the rise forward. So it's always have to be like after the second pressure, this is the first pressure, now the second pressure is more to the side. Is not forward because it affects immediately the body action, like the body backward. Another thing, I was fighting honestly for the long time, and I can see that now many couples have this kind of problem also. One of our first foreigner teacher, Andrew Sinterson, and I have to say that he is at this moment maybe 50 meters away behind this floor. When we, many years ago, we started a lesson with him, he's saying, Dima, same speed, same level. Same speed, same level. And when he showed, he's a god. Yeah, and he showed 1, 2, 3, 4. And it was so smooth, unbelievable. But every time when I come back to the studio after the lesson, I look myself in the mirror and I don't like my design in my legs. So I felt quite nice movement, very soft. And I can see very soft movement, but the design of my legs is like too big, not strong enough, because it was like this on the 3-4. Yeah, nice feeling, but I also want to win the competition. So of course I try to make more strong position in my legs. So after when we come back on the lesson next day, he said, no, same speed, same level. So again, he tried to make this one, and when he showed fantastic way. So I tried to fight with this with myself, because I understood the idea that the movement shouldn't be stopped, and when you squeeze the knee backward, it's like the block is blocking the body. So the soft knee is helping you to continue to move forward. But also I would like to look strong on the competition. I find the way like soft knee, long trousers. What does it mean? So if I do like this, of course the design maybe is not nice. But if I start like this, but when I arrive, it's already like long trousers, still I can feel myself and I can see myself. I can feel soft, but outside is strong. So this is what is helpful. Long trousers, soft knee. And what I see many couples now, they are trying to squeeze the knee immediately, and it affects so much on the body movement because it starts to be blocked into the space. Maybe they can control the speed, but it's not soft movement. So what I can recommend after when we do, no, first of all, before to start, I have to say that before, really the idea was more flat in the Foxtrot. Now we can see that still the swing is up and down, is a bit higher, a bit stronger than before. So the amplitude is still, it's becoming a bit bigger. Also, if we read the book, in the book it says that in the walls we have lowering, then we have, like if I do natural chair, we have the beginning of the rise after number 1, continuation of the rise on number 2, and then lowering on number 3. In the books, if I speak about the forward book, it says also in the Foxtrot that we have the rise in the beginning of number 1, so full rise. After slow, sorry, in the end of slow, number 2. 1, 2, and then keep the same level, same. Now we can see that nobody does like this. No matter which federation, nobody does this kind. So still the couples try to continue the rise on number 3, 4. It's not, I don't see so much now the movement like 1, 2, 3, 4. Still I can see this kind of swing up the action. But in this case we have the problem with the lady, because the lady footwork is heel, heel, heel. So from the heel, all 3 steps. And the man footwork is like heel, toe, toe. So I have the possibility to go up, but how you can go up with the legs, with the heels? So it's not possible. Before it was saying that the lady do like a body rise, but if I use my 45 size shoe, maybe it's not possible to her to do the same. So many times I start to feel that I go 1, so I start to fly up, and my lady become 2 sizes less. So we find the way how to manage the situation. The secret is, if I go outside, 1, 2. When we arrive here, Olga never tried to put this heel too fast. So she tried to use this area till the end. When I tried to swing it up, she used, and only when one foot passed the other one, she changed. It gives me the opportunity to feel like I'm going over the bridge longer than, for example, before we find this action. So if we do one more time. When only do this kind of action, you can make the video of the feet. 1, 2. Now, it's giving me the opportunity, first of all, not in the beginning to swing the leg immediately, it's still here, but after when I arrive, it's become soft elevation and soft lowering. How to make the soft lowering? Also the secret. If I go really deep about how I work with the feet and the knee, in number 3, 4, 1, 2. Now, when I start to move, I start to use flat toe. So we have heel, flat foot, flat toe, and toe. So when I arrive on the 3, when I start to arrive on number 3, is flat toe and soft knee. Okay, not too much soft, because still I would like to have this kind of swing action, this amplitude, this trajectory. Now, when this foot start to come, of course this one start to use up. And this foot is not going like a flat toe, is going like a toe. I like the example which my teacher gave to me, that the toe, and also it's not his example, it's one of the greatest teachers of the past gave to him. When you use the toe, not flat toe, the toe, you have to feel like the diamond cut in the middle on the floor. So from here, I like this example very much. So it's very, very strong foot. It's like the feet inside is like this. When I do the flat toe, I feel the fingers like this. When I have like a toe, I feel the fingers like this. So open and squeezed. Now, when it's past, this is the highest point. When I go down, I don't keep the same. Not down, when I go to number 4. When this foot starts to pass, I start to use the knee of the left foot down to make this soft entry to number 4. So many times we can see that couples, maybe they already know how to do number 3, so they are not going up immediately. They do 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one becomes very small and quite strong connection to the next figure. So we can see like stuck between one step to another. Not to make it happen, I start to go down, I make a lowering of the standing knee and the left one a little bit before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So immediately it looks like diving to the next step. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. So it's always rolling, rolling, and rolling. In this case, the body is much more easier to be soft during these steps.
So the result of this idea is that we can activate the body more, because the swing is we can swing more with the upper part, because we start to rise a little bit more. But to make it still more fluid, we have to change a little bit the mechanic of the down part. So we have to prepare number 1 with number 4 to go down a little bit earlier. So in this case, we should rise with the body, and sometimes we have to include in this rise also our knees, but at the same moment we have to go down in a more smooth way. So in this case, we can still support the main idea of the Foxtrot, of the constant body weight movement, but at the same moment we try to do it more full from the work of the second set.
Yeah, so in the end of our lecture, like main stuff, don't shake with your head. Try to imagine that you are inside of the tunnel, and it gives more opportunity to your movement, not to shaping or shaking or rolling. It's a little bit too much for the Foxtrot now. This is number 1. Another one, how to make this one, is the correct timing of usage, technical sway and continuous sway. Another one is to make the movement very fluid but also looking very strong. You have to find a good measure between the feet, knee and hip action. This is, it's about the base. So the base is the secret for your movement, for your soft movement, and also for improvement of your body.
And also what we can suggest to you, try to do your basics. Doesn't matter how bad you still feel in this one. It takes time, and it really takes kilometers and hours of practice, so that you really start to feel the smoothness connection. Because it's not only for yourself to feel smooth, but to feel smooth inside of the couple is really very precise things which you have to control during the movement.
Yes. So in the end of our lecture, we would like to say again thank you very much for our students, Dmitry Yerepin and Polina Yeresh. During the lecture, they already changed because one of the hands became dead. And of course, thank you very much to the Federation of Czech Republic to give us this opportunity to share our knowledge. We hope that everybody enjoyed with us, and also we wish to all the people that I hope soon everything this COVID time will finish and we can meet in the life and we can do the normal life. And next one, the last one, now we finish and go to practice our basics. Thank you very much. See you next time in the quick step.